Hello and welcome back to the mix-up. Going to be doing something different, mixing it up as always. This is going to be some NASCAR news. So Daytona 500 less than 24 hours away, and some crazy stuff already going on before the first official race of the season even starts. So starting in the 500, in the first top four positions, we got Kyle Larson, then Alex Bowman, Brad Keselowski, and Chris Buescher after doing bumping into Joey Logano during the second duel to take first. Let's take a look at that right here.
Leader Logano, he's got to go to the bottom. Oh! And he can't.
He just, in the next scene, you'll see he bumps him every so slightly.
Get there, and he wrecks Logano.
And then the 21 comes through and hits him, and that was Harrison Burton, and he ended up finishing third place. Now, both of those cars sustained much less damage than they would with last year's cars. I was kind of curious what these next generation cars would do out on the track. So, obviously a little more resilient than the previous year's model.
Logano moved down blocked. I hate to say it. He was under him and got a pretty big block right there. You knew it was going to be aggressive. And
Logano goes from almost being in fourth place starting tomorrow down to starting in 20th.
Fortunately.
And he's having to use a backup car for that. Now, this is going to be a different angle of that same wreck coming right up here.
Of turn two. They clear David Reagan.
You see, he drops down.
Goes for the move to the inside.
Logano goes for a block. Boom. Right there. Starts getting loose. Right into the wall.
Called it, and
then get hit by that 21 there.
And I knew Joey moved down to make a block. You knew he was going to have to. Went for it, and unfortunately.
Now, I heard that the team of the 21 said that the car, if it was the same car last year, it would have needed to be a backup car. Logano did end up using a backup car. The other car did not.
Got turned
this
around
being one of the first multi-car wrecks with the next-gen cars, and kind of question, the more wrecks happen, there is a part shortage on those cars. Now, here's what Logano had to say after that crash in an interview with Fox.
I just made a mistake. I didn't think the run would come that quick.
So he said he made a mistake. He said he dropped down trying to block.
It just seemed like it happened really quick. Even watching the replay, it happened.
Have to keep pausing these just because of copyright reasons, just to let you know. So yeah, let's go back.
Quicker than I thought it would.
Yeah, he said he was going quicker than he thought. It happened quicker than he thought it would.
I knew a run was going to happen at some point in the last lap. I thought that was pretty early. I didn't think it would happen there, and then the speed that it happened.
I mean, these drivers are just getting used to these next-gen cars. I mean, they really haven't ran them much other than the practices and that Coliseum race. I mean, this is really the first couple weeks of using them other than just practicing with the car before the practices.
Was quicker than I thought, and thought I was still clear, and I wasn't, so apologize.
He's basically saying he knows he screwed up.
To my race team. Wrecked their car. I tore up the 21 as well, so it's a dumb move.
Yeah, and like I said, both of these teams said that the cars would have sustained a lot more damage being the previous generation car. But with this one, the car is almost like Legos, and you can just pull off certain pieces of it, and it's a lot easier to repair. They said that his car will be back out on another track soon.
Oof. We're in position to, worst finish fourth, and just blew it.
All right, so also Brad Keselowski, Chris Buescher, and Joey Logano, all three drivers involved in the confiscation of their wheels after somebody was seen grinding out the pinholes in the wheels that line the wheel up. Here's what Brad Keselowski had to say about the situation on an interview on Bob Pockrass's Twitter.
About the wheels that NASCAR took, and
yeah, we're going to sit down and go over it all with NASCAR after practice, but I'm pretty confident it's just a road bump in the next.
Now, these drivers, like I said, just getting used to these next-gen cars. So are the teams. So it's kind of like you really don't know what the gray areas are like you would on the other generation because you were used to using it for a while.
Gen process that we'll work through, and not a performance-related item, so.
So he's saying it's not a performance-related item. Other people are claiming that they might have did this to make the pit stops faster, therefore not a performance-related item, but a performance-enhancing because it's increasing the time on the pits. But that's not what he has to say. Let's listen further.
Well, once they kind of see all the data we have behind it, it shouldn't be an issue.
Your car.
So what I hear is they were grinding out these pinholes because when they were going to line them up on the car, they didn't quite fit as easy, and you would get the false security that it was on there. And they're saying it's a safety modification.
17 cars wheels.
All of our cars. All of our
cars.
cars and all of Team Penske's cars.
So all of Roush, Fenway, Keselowski Racing's cars and all of Team Penske's cars, all the wheels were confiscated. And I mean, did all of them get new wheels to the track for tomorrow's race? I'm pretty sure they did.
We made some safety.
Because there is a part shortage on these cars, and with that whole trucking situation and everything, there's a lot of things going on there.
Changes to the wheels. So once NASCAR, I think, sees all the data behind it, I think we'll be fine.
Is there any concern about not having enough wheels for the
Yeah, it's very hard to get wheels
Yeah, like I was just saying, with the trucker thing and everything, it's kind of hard to get parts for anything.
to the racetrack, but the teams are working on it, and last I heard, we should be okay, but I believe that when they're on site.
All right, thank you for joining me on this special episode of the Mix Up with NASCAR News. Maybe I'll start doing like something like this maybe once every week, every couple weeks. Let me know in the comments if you want me to keep doing commentary like this on NASCAR and doing reviews of stuff other than just doing reactions of other compilations. Anyways, until next time, this has been the Mix Up. Peace.